Okay, let's hold our hand. Start with Omkara. Om. Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyoti Atmajyotihi Shivosmiham Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Narayana Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Welcome to the session today. So we can start with the Bhagavadgeeta, day 6, Sanyasa Yoga. It's a culmination of what we have gone through all the other days. So these are the questions. Just don't worry about the numbering. I start with number 2. So the first question is, what is leading the life means? It will lead to the sannyasa, in the later questions. In the introduction, what is a better? Leading the life means, divine life, spiritual life, material life. Which one is the right one or better one? Just a contemplation. So you can share
for Gruhastha, it is a material life. So he will indulge in day-to-day actions and everything. So he will choose it. For a sannyasi, for a sage, for spiritual, he will choose the spiritual path. So whereas in the material world, so it is full of desires, and it's all leading to the external activities, external desires, and acquiring, possessing, and enjoying, karta, bhokta, all these things will lead to the material world. Whereas in spiritual world, so there is no question of desires. So he would have renounced everything. So he will not possess anything, no attachment to any external world. He always looks internally for everything, for happiness, bliss, calmness, peaceful, everything. He feels he has got all the wealth inside, so he get contented with the inner life rather than the external life, and he not get affected by any external life at all.
Sure. So which is better? Divine life better, spiritual better, material better?
No, we can't say this is better, that is better. For Gruhastha, it is material life is recommended. For people who are looking for the divinity and the Nishkama Yoga and purity of mind and free of mind, contentment without any suffering, spiritual world is always recommended.
Sure. Padmaji, Kamalaji, what's your thoughts on these questions? So can you hear me?
Yeah. So leading life means as a karmi doing action, but without any attachment to those actions, and no having that non-doership mentality. It should be the motto of the leading life is what I feel. So when we say whether it is divine, spiritual, material, that is only through, it's a projection of the mind, right? That when we think that is it divine or is it spiritual or is it material, then that kind of new duality has come. I'm different from God will come into picture, right, Venkatji? Vikshepa mentality.
Okay. That's fine. Let's hear from Padmaji, then I'll go by Prabhuji's view on this.
I think in my opinion, leading a divine life or a spiritual life, a divine life means there is nothing that I am looking at for myself. Okay, whatever the task that I am doing, it is for the bigger goal, for a higher purpose. So there's nothing here called as something like mine or this is the. So it's all one kind of thing. And then working in that perspective with a seva bhav is the only thing that is called as a divine life.
Sure. So Prabhuji, what he said was, there are three modes, right? Material life is for an ignorant, associated with the, give reality to the things of the world. Spiritual means once one realizes the true nature, try to be in pure work, be aware of everything going on as a sakshi. But the reality is that one need to apply. It is like learning science and applying the science. No, divine life is about applying that balanced state in the transactional life. So the divine life is supposed to be the best way to lead life. So that is it sort of connects both, right? Spiritual to material, divine connects both. So that is the recommendation by Prabhuji. So it's the beginning, I think Prabhuji has given this recommendation. Okay. So let's look at I think we'll uncover more why it is like this. Okay. That now it is going one level deeper now. Which life is better, active life or of a monk? Okay. Okay, this really answers the previous question. Monk is life of monk is more about not involved in samsara, right? While a householder need to be involved yet, right? Yet need to be sort of detached from the fruits of whatever is going on, right? Which life is better? Active life of a monk, active life of a householder or of a monk? And use the karmi, dharmi, yogi, gnani context explaining this. The clue is on the karmi, dharmi, yogi, gnani. What is of an active life of a householder? Context to karmi, dharmi, yogi, gnani, or of a monk, apply the same thing. So which now you go after which life is better? Who has a more exposure to make progress in spiritual life? That's a context. Okay.
I think here it goes with there is no straightforward answer here. This is the answer, yeah. Because for us, we have to lead an active life, the worldly transactions. So there is a karmi there where we need to follow our daily responsibilities, whatever is being given, the responsibilities, the roles and responsibilities. Dharmi, or this needs to be done in the path of dharma. At the same time, we have to have the right set of knowledge, to understand this spiritual or the divine life. Knowledge is required. We need to have the right knowledge, and it has to be we need not be a monk outside, but inside we are the monk, where there is no attachment to the outcomes kind of thing. So the answer to this question is which life is better. It should be an active life with a monk inside. I think that's how I would frame it.
Okay. Sure. Let's hear from Kamalaji and Srinivasji.
So is a comparison between the active life and inactive life.
Yeah, active life means of a a dharmi,
Dharmi.
Dharmi get
And,
more transaction, right? Like
more
unless
transaction.
like a monk,
Yeah.
monk has less transaction. You know,
Yeah.
Grahastha has more transaction, right?
Of course. So here the life of the active life is always the indulging in there is no end for desires. There is a continuous stream of desire, continuous stream of activities, and of course, there both the enjoyment and the suffering both will be there. And what they say is, when you are doing in the active life, you have to follow the karma sannyasa yoga, that is renunciation of doership. So that's where one can progress. In the inactive life, it's nothing but sannyasa yoga. Of course, a sannyasi will not have the any doership, and he is not a. He will not say I am the karta or bhokta. So he has no attachment. He always do the seva manobhava. So he works for the welfare of the world. So, of course, we can't say the entire world you have to be in active life. So you go to the inactive life. Of course, people who have chosen their paths. So always people have the choice to choose either active life or inactive life. So some take sannyasa, they very engaged, they become sannyasis, they continue to be in that field and they progress. Of course, people who are in the active life, so they have to follow the path of the karma sannyasa yoga. So renunciation of doership, and they have to do everything with not getting attached. They will do the accept the things as it comes with the prasada.
Got it. So, Kamraji, what's your view on this?
Oh, Venkatji, that Sri Krishna says active life is always the best one. Grihastha is the Shrestha ashrama. And by being a householder, you will be getting a chance to purify your ego every now and then. And finally, with that jnana, you will attain the liberation, is what they are telling. And it depends upon the attitude, whether it is a monk or a householder, how he perceives the things, how he leads the life, determines whether he is a jnani or not.
Nice.
So having the right view and jnana is important. So we have read the story of Kaushika, who was doing his tapas in the jungle, and one sparrow, because of some sparrow's noise, he is getting disturbed with his meditation, and with his all his power, he sees the sparrow and it's burnt. So, and he feels so hungry, so he went into the village and he waits for something, for a lady to come and give some food. That lady is taking a lot of time, and finally when she came and she gives some food, and with such an angry face, he is looking at the lady, and the lady is telling, I'm not that sparrow whom you can burn. So, and then he realizes that how a householder is getting that, she's able to know what I am thinking. So all his tapas is gone. Now he wants to know how it is happening. Then he asks, how do you know? Then she says that my guru is somebody who is a butcher. So he goes to that butcher for Atma Dhyana. And that butcher knows why he has come, and he is very busy in his work all through the day, and he kept him waiting for so long. And once he finishes all his work in the evening, then he takes him to his house, and he is telling, what is dharma, how can you be a householder and a sannyasi also. So leading a householder life is always better, but with good jnana.
Yeah, so nice, no? Very nice illustration. Dharma Vyada from that story, no?
Yeah,
Dharma
that's
Vyada,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that is from Mahabharata.
Mahabharata.
Yeah, so the karma dharma will help you, lead a transactional life with dharma, and also
Yes.
help you to reduce your ego faster than Kaushika, who was in a monkhood, right?
Yes.
Your ego will be hit more in the samsara, a grihastha gets more exposure to purify the ego compared to sannyasi. It's just a context. Otherwise, it is, it depends on one. It's just who gets the more exposure to purify and reduce the impact of ego. Nice. Now we get to sannyasa now. Since we talked about which is better, now we get to what real sannyasa means. Sannyasa as a lifestyle or asanga as grahastha of a house, grahastha or a householder. Now we understand what is sannyasa. Then it will give more clarity. Okay. So number 4, what is sannyasa means? In fact, if you look at this, Prabhuji was asked to go to Amma Ashram to explain what sannyasa to others. A grihastha going and explaining sannyasa. Okay, this is a reality. So this is a great question. If you understand this, I think sannyasa will be totally understood. Number 4. So is this a lifestyle or a sangha? It's a state of mind. Is this a lifestyle or a state of mind?
Sanyasa is called samyak nasa. So anyone who deposits his mind in their own self and they hold on to their true I is a sannyasa. That is a real sannyasa. In any term, whether it's a lifestyle, asanga or this, but he always holds on to his true I. The thing that I am is never forgotten. It's there all the time. That is a real sannyasa or samyak nasa.
Sure. So who want to go next?
Hey, for sannyasi, the lifestyle is, is the one who has renounced everything, not attached to anything, and he always looks inside, and there is no expectations, no desires. He works for the welfare of the world, welfare of the human beings, welfare of the Atmano Mokshartham. So Jagadita Aisha. So he will work for the welfare of the people. So there are no expectations, and he will not get attached to any of the worldly affairs. So
Okay. So now the key question is sannyasa's lifestyle or, state of mind, right? Asanga.
Yeah, sannyasa, like if it's a lifestyle as ashrama, here still the ego will be there, and he will not be active in the worldly life. So most of the time is spent on shravana-manana-nidhidhyasana, sannyasa as lifestyle. When you take it, and also when you compare this one to grihastha as asanga, means like he is doing his duty but not attached to the result. Whatever the result, like he is doing his dharma, not attached. Okay, that is the lifestyle of a grihastha as a sannyasi. But sannyasa as lifestyle, if you are not purified your ego, then it is not real sannyasa. You are just living a life as a sannyasi, not involved in the worldly affairs.
see, it's like wearing a
what
wearing
Padmaji has explained, how Padmaji has explained, like right kind of deposit, like where you are depositing your mind. That's very important.
Sure.
Sannyasa is not like wearing a saffron robe and telling that lifestyle means all the Swamijis are sannyasis. So it's not in the style or how they do it. Veshabhushana is not Veshabhushana. It is not the lifestyle. not wearing the saffron cloth. So it is an internal state of mind. So how they do the things internally rather than external things.
Yeah. Kamalaji, your view on this?
Venkatji, the same, like it is a state of mind. The purity and clarity should be there for being a sannyasi, and not, as he said, Vesha and Bhushana. Renouncing the household activities or material things is not important, but the state of mind is important.
Yeah, I think we are nicely agreeing to this point. Samyak Nyasa, depositing the mind in one's own self. That's a asanga, not like not attached to the results of action, right? So with the life of dharma, leading the life of dharma, and that's real sannyasa. So it is
And
not.
one thing I want to add here,
Sure.
in case of we have seen the Hindu monks, everything, they're all wearing at least saffron dress. In case of Jains and Jains, they don't wear the dress also. So they don't follow any dress at all, no dress at all. Tirthankaras and everything, they're there. So that means it is not in sannyasatva is not in the dress.
Yeah.
So we can learn from the Jainism also.
See, it's also, if the monkhood helps, one want to pursue this seriously, the path of spirituality. But the point is that it is equally available to everyone. In fact, it is available more for a householder, because the number of opportunities you get in the transactional life to be dispassionate about, hence deal with the ego better, that purification better. So
In fact, though Buddha, example, they say Buddha, in fact, before getting the enlightenment, he was in the kept in the household, in the house itself locked. You are not allowed to go inside. But he was practicing the spiritual life in the house itself for several years. Then he get the realization after some time. So that means he started practicing the spirituality in the house itself.
Yeah, I think he held a monkhood very hard on the body.
Yes.
To some really tough situation, finally
Though,
realizing.
yes, though he was in a palace and everything, so he was started practicing the spirituality there itself. Finally, one day he went out of this palace.
Yeah. Now we get to the actual practice. Now we understood what sannyasa really means. Get to the practice. How to engage mind, desire in the right way. And how a sannyasi or a karma yogi try to purify the ego. It's about purification of the ego, right? How do we engage the mind in the right way? What are the, maybe some examples will do. What's your thought on this question?
Yeah, Guruji explains in a beautiful way how to engage our mind and desire in the right way. Like whatever activity you are doing, do as a karma yogi, means mindful about the activity. Like the Arjuna shooting the arrow is the example he showed. See, when we do all these yagnas, pancha yagnas, and also when you are mindful about the activity you are doing, your focus will be very clear in that, like how Arjuna is shooting the arrow, you are very focused in the activity whatever you are doing. Okay, like he gives the example of like you are serving a child or your husband, or like your you're doing the job, do it in that what do you call, like, manner. Like, this is an opportunity for me to learn and evolve in the life. That should be our attitude when you're doing the work. That is how the karma yogi is trying to purify the ego. And also he talks about antar yagna also, like involved in the meditation, so that, like, your energy moves in both ways, like antar yagna and bahir yagna.
Sure.
See, we can give the examples in the day-to-day life. Sir M. Visheshwara is the best known example, a Karma Yogi. In the best quote, he says, if your job is to maintain a railway gate, you maintain the railway gate such that it's the best in the world. And we can give the example of Gandhiji, how we are renowned everything. He was not wearing any cloth or anything. He was just wearing a dupatta, dhoti. So how they made the complete transformations in life without any expectations. So like this, we have to apply the jnana in our karma. Then it becomes karma yoga. So then it becomes the karma yogi. So real examples are Visheshwaraya and like Gandhiji, they become the real karma yogis.
Good example on a karma yogi.
Yeah.
In the leading the life of service.
Yes.
That will bring down the, that selfless service will reduce the effect of ego. As a sannyasi, I think we talked about meditation, right? Depositing the mind in the true self will reduce the impact of ego. Any other illustrations, Kamalaji, Padmaji, on this?
Like Prabhuji said that channelizing ego in the right direction and putting it in the right desire uh, is the right way, right? That will help to purify the ego. That's what he is telling.
Okay, nice. Padmaji, your thoughts?
Venkaji, I'm not able to hear Padmaji.
Okay, maybe I think she's in hospital. Let's go to the next question. Can a householder with active lifestyle be a sannyasi? Why this is very effective for householder? How vasanas will come out? Maybe now we talk about one good example how this can work. No, how householder can live a lifestyle of a sannyasi? Maybe give one good example. No.
So in our day-to-day life, whatever actions we do, right, to from doing household works and taking care of the family, all those things we are doing, having a thought that all these things we are doing just to lead the life, and the ultimate aim is to be one with God. Always having that I mean, I am that Brahman, and everything and whatever I do is not done by me. I'm doing as an instrument of God. Having that thought and doing everything without any attachment, and having claiming the doership, not having that doership is the right way. being a householder and having a good thought.
Yeah, non-doership in action, no?
Yeah, non-doership in action and being not attached to whatever you do.
Sure.
The example we can give plenty of example. You take that Salomar Timaka. See, she planted so many plants, and watering everything it has grown. So even government could not do it. So she did it with the expectation it will help the future generation and make the green field. She did it like an orange seller in Bangalore. So there was no school. We used to sell and invested all the money. He got the Padma Bhushan award. The orange seller opened the middle school, high school. There was no school in that area. So this is like a real karma yogis. So though they had nothing, so whatever they have done, the karma they did it, they invested for the betterment of the uh, uh, for a better purpose, higher purpose.
All our rishis like Vasistha, Gautama, they were all householders, and they were leading a life of householder and depositing the mind in a right, like in real eye. That was the one example we can think of. Because what happens, like when you're a householder, you will get more opportunity to interact with the world, and your vasanas will come out. Because like any situation, like your emotions, feelings, they all come out when you are interacting with the world. So you have a better opportunity to understand what is real I, and like how we can transform our life, like based on that.
Nice. I think different nice examples come out. I'll just add one small item to this. See, householder transactions, every transaction you do, the biases will come out, right? Because the preset biases will be there in every action because of one's own condition, the way you've grown up in society, insecurities, etc. Every action, there will be, sense between sense and response, the biases get added. That's the nature of every action. So if one understand the karma yoga, what happens is those vasanas, really come out when you're responding. So because a householder gets more opportunity because all this vasanas keep coming out every time you perform action, right? That is why it's very effective because all that is inside come up. The opportunity to clean up is more. Hence, non-doership, I think what Kamalaji talked about, with that knowledge of your true self, when you perform action, when you see all the vasanas come out, opportunity to have an effective life of a householder improves, and you move from karmi to a dharmi to yogi to a gnani. This is the path. So that's why it is called even Yagnavalkya led like this. Only retired at the end after everything. He went to Rishishringa at the real old age. So this is a way out of a householder can actively. This is a great opportunity to lead a lifestyle of a sannyasi still. Make sense?
Venkatji, what is that story of Yajnavalkya going to Rishishringa?
I think when he made a lot of money also, right? Everything, he Janaka had a challenge, right? Who were convinced on the the nature of truth. Take this 500 cows, they can drive them to your house. Yagnavalkya was so confident, he said, okay, take this cows and drive them. Let me go explain nature of truth in the Asthana of Janaka, right? Janaka Maharaja take care of him very well. He has Maitreyi, and there are he has two wives. And he led a good life in Asthana of Janaka. And finally, when time comes, he said, I want to get into full-time ashrama, right? Rishishringa is in Russia, actually. He moved away. After that, he didn't create anything. The whole Shukla Yajurveda is created by him during his life period. Then between Maitreyi and he asked a question, you want my wealth or you want my knowledge? I think between two wives. One takes the entire wealth, other takes the gnana from him. Then he become a monk full time.
Yeah, he is only moving to Russia, right?
Yeah, he moved to Russia full time. Yeah. Retired into ashrama life. He moved into sannyasa as a lifestyle later.
Right. Okay.
That is the point. Is one of the rishis created the entire Veda.
Yajurveda.
Shukla Yajurveda, and moved on. And Bhagavadgeeta Upanishad is his creation.
Okay.
As a householder, remember. So
Okay. Okay. But you were telling about Rishishringa also, right? No?
Yeah, Rishishringa is Russia. Now it is Russia, called Russia.
Oh, okay. The place is called Rishishringa, is it?
Yeah, it used to be called Rishishringa.
But there is another sage called Rishishringa, no, Venkatji?
In Hampi.
Here in Sringeri. That's why Sringagiri. It became.
Sringagiri is there. If you look at the history of Yagnavalkya, you can trace this.
Okay.
He was from Jamnagar, he went to Bihar.
Oh.
And then his retirement was
in Russia. Okay. Okay, Venkatji.
And you are asking the best example we can give is Janaka Maharaja, who is a Grihastha but lived as like a saint.
We'll go to question number 7. What are stages of progress in Karma Yoga? What is the dedication of action to God? How does it work in day-to-day action? What is Prasada Buddhi? Okay, it has now one more level detail, how the Karma Yoga works. So anybody can go after this.
The stages are like you are moving from kamya to nishkama karma, then naikarmya. Kamya karma is like, see, whatever the actions we are doing is kamya karma. Like the desires arise and you do the action based on the desire, and you will get some result based on that. That cycle repeats. That is the kamya karma. Nishkama karma is like selfless action, like where you're doing the action like for the welfare of the thing. Like some actions, like it's not because of your desire you are doing. That is the nishkama karma, selfless service. Here, like what is the dedication of action to God means, like here you are seeing God in the action, like Kayakave Kailas as our all our great Vachanakaras, they said, like they considered work as worship, like whatever work they are doing, like even small work also, like washing vessels or sweeping the floor or doing puja, any work, any action, it is considered as like I'm doing it for God. When you do it with that attitude, like means like it's just a stage before the Naishkarmya, where like here we have that doership, but we are dedicating the action to the God, like our action. Like how like we when you see the olden days, like the pativrates, they are called, like you have to treat your pati as God. That was the intention behind that. Means like whatever action, day-to-day action you are doing, it's like you are dedicating to God. And like whatever the result comes, like it accept as a prasada from God. Like when you dedicate the action, like naturally you will think that the result, whatever comes, it's the prasada, the action, like from the God, and you accept it and move on. That's my understanding.
Sure. Kamalaji, Srinivasji, your view?
Same as Shardaji said, Venkatji, but but I feel that is this karmi to dharmi, dharmi to yogi, yogi to jnani is also a process. Hello?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And can you explain me what is Naishkarmya?
So non-doership is Naishkarmya.
So,
Not
okay,
non-doership.
in Nishkama karma, we will do only selfless action, but doership will be there in that stage, is it?
For a karmi, it will be there. For a karmi, doership is there.
Okay.
Karma yogi, doership is not there. But Naishkarmya Siddhi is called because when you make it as a practice, Siddhi happens. When you continuously get involved in non-doership, it
Okay.
becomes your second nature, no? Like learning.
Correct. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Karma yogi,
kamya karma is only desireful, materialistic, totally, and
that is
nishkama karma is selfless action.
correct.
And naishkarmya will be like it is a elevated. Uh,
It will become your second nature.
okay. Okay.
It's like a learning cycle, right? Initially, you learn cycle by practicing. After that, it becomes your nature, no? The moment you get on.
Okay. Okay, Venkatji.
Naishkarmya is like this. Naishkarmya Siddhi is, it become your second nature.
Okay. That will become your nature. Correct. Understood. Yeah.
So dedication, initially, when you start, you dedicate the fruit of action to the God. Initially, right? Then as the progress happens, your purpose uplift you, right? I'm earning for taking care of my family. That you go beyond yourself, no? To your family, take care of family. And prasada buddhi is, whatever is the fruit of action, I will take it, right? I completely accept it. Whatever comes as an outcome, I accept it. That's a prasada buddhi, no?
Yes, Venkatji. Yes.
Now, big one. How does grace in the form of Guru happens? Explain three stages of progress in Karma Yoga. It is connected to previous one only. Now, how this happens? Karmi, Dharmi, Yogi, only three stages. But what is the effect of it, and how Guru happens? That's a clue.
Yeah, Venkatji, I did not understand the grace in the form of Guru. In this, like when you seek for self-realization and you're doing the action based on this, then the Guru appears. Like how is this
Yeah, because there are 4
related to this?
stages now: karma, dharma, yoga, gnana. Right? To get to gnana, you need Guru. Correct?
Okay.
So in the process, when do Guru happens? See, the whole karma, dharma, yoga lead to the purification of mind. No, yes or no? When the mind is
Yes, yeah.
mind purified, right? It reflects the consciousness fully. The grace is that tattva, right? That light of awareness, happens. That purity and your craving for knowing your true nature. That question is answered in the form of physically in the form of Guru comes into your life, right? The grace is the Guru come into your life to lift you from karmi, dharmi, yogi to agnani. Gnana is the Guru only able to tell you your true nature, right? So one on path of karma yoga as the progresses, the grace in the form of Guru comes and uplift you into Gnana. This is what happened to our own Totapuri, the group Totapuri. When Totapuri came into life of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, right? He was purified with Bhakti Yoga. Then he came and gave Gnana, no? You see, Totapuri appeared to uplift Paramahamsa Yoga, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa to Gnana, correct? Karma Yoga purifies eventually. Hence, Guru comes into your life, uplift you into Agnani. Make sense?
Yeah.
Guru doesn't randomly come. Guru doesn't happen to everybody.
So, Venkatji, how does grace comes to a person is only when you surrender, right? When you have that, as Sharda ji said, you need to have that seeking.
Yeah, seeking your true nature, no? You have
Uh,
questions. You will have questions.
yeah,
At the same time, you need to purify yourself, no?
yeah, okay.
The grace comes and teaches. For Gnana to happen, you need to have a tranquil mind, correct?
Okay.
Karma Yoga purifies. So that's why Prabhuji keep telling Panchayagnas, no?
Mm.
The Karma Yoga is even it is really possibly due to all of us. We had done Karma Yoga one way or the other, no, for Guru to come into our life. You
In
see
Kannada, there is one proverb, Arive Guru, that means awareness is the Guru.
this is a teaching.
Yeah.
Jnana Yoga teaching,
Yes.
one of the key teachings. Arive Guru. The Guru comes and then gives a teaching. So this is the stages is the Karmi Dharmi Yogi are the stages. Once as the purification happens, the grace appears in the form of Guru and give you the teaching. Okay, this is your true nature. You see this? Any confusion in the question?
Venkatji, difference between karmi and dharmi.
The selfish action is karmi.
Huh.
As move from, say, you see that in the stages of karma yoga, no? Dedication to the action of God. Okay, that's dharmi, no?
Okay, Venkatji. Yeah.
Let me, that prasada buddhi, right? All that help become yogi, right? Fruit of action. Let me accept whatever the fruit of action come to me. I'll do selfless action and I'll receive that fruit of action as a prasada. Then become yogi. It's a process of karma yoga, no?
Yes, Venkatji, understood.
This is understood how from a karma yogi to gnani happens.
Yeah, understood, Venkatji.
Okay. So if this is clear, this is to be very clear, no? If it has to be very clear, any questions are there, we'll talk. Then we go to next one. That is about gnani. Any doubts here? Any more doubts?
No, Venkatji.
Yeah. Now come into gnani. What
Yeah,
are correct?
in fact, guru here means it is not a external physical guru.
Yeah, it is the external guru eventually tell you, your own nature, right?
Yes.
Your own awareness is guru. That is what guru points to.
Yes.
Right? That's why Akhanda Mandala Karam, Vyaptam Ena Characharam, Tat Padam, Darshitam Ena, Tat Padam, Darshitam Ena, Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama. Guru will show you. It's a guru, it's not guru, physical guru, it is a guru tattva. Guru tattva is the awareness in everything. Right? That's how guru points to. What is the characteristics of a gnani? How does gnani act? What is lokavasana? This is the final question. After this, we'll wind down. It is the sum of everything we already studied, right? All the way till all the questions. Gnani is still involved, no, in the day-to-day activities. But how does a gnani act?
Gnani is a realized person, works for the welfare of others. So he has no attachment, he has removed everything. And there is no vasanas or anything, nothing. He is a desireless person, but he always works with his seva manobhava.
Prabhuji also takes care of the household, no?
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. They take, Prabhuji says, yes, you have to do household work also as a part of your duty. That means with what you have to do your karma yoga, you have to do it with the intention of doing the service, not with gaining for something, not with expectations.
The role is played very well.
Yes, you have to play your role. So what is we are required to do? We have to do it. So we can't abandon our work. We have to do all our activities, but to do it without any expectation as a service, you have to do it.
Then Prabhuji also teaches.
Yes, not like like we should become like Kumbhakarna, sleeping and always being lazy or anything. Not like being inactive. We have to be active, but we have to do our work. So we have to do household work, but with the giving the service and doing our activities.
That is the divine life. First question. Going back to the first question, no?
Mm.
Which is spiritual, material, divine life?
Yes.
Performing the duty is a divine life, no?
Yes.
Without attachment. And teaching the students of the Gnana. What is the Vasana here? Is that a Jiva Vasana?
No, it's a Lokavasana.
Hmm.
And he's doing the Rishi Yagna, like passing on the knowledge, whatever is learned, and to the generations, next generations. Yeah. For the
Lokavasana.
Loka Kalyana, yeah, Loka Kalyana is doing that.
Loka Kalyana, Loka Vasana.
Yeah, like many people like Chinmayananda, like Aurobindo, like Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Parama, they all done it.
The Loka Vasana is playing out. Ishvara. Guru Ishvaro Atmeti. That Loka Vasana enable Guru to uplift all, So this is so with this, I think we're going to sort of conclude. Then we go into more details of a Gnani after this. So hope we covered good ground today. Can we close with a prayer? Hold your hand. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Nanu Nanimbudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Satchidanandatma Shivananu Nane Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. So we'll catch up again next week, same time.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.